Hello there. Today I've come out for some lovely fog. As you can see, quite foggy. Always get going. So today I'm back out of Habberley Valley. It's just a local nature reserve where I live. I got up this morning and there's fog. So I've been waiting all week for fog, and it does look like it's clearing a little bit. So I don't know how long I've got. But for me, this is the holy grail of woodland photography, fog. You get beautiful separation between the trees. What I was hoping for was some gnarly oaks, but there are some lovely little beech trees, twisted beeches over here. So, yep, let's go find somewhere to shoot. So I'll just talk you through my first composition here. I've just found these lovely little rocks, this sandstone path. The tree just in the top right hand corner used to be upright, but it's now fell over. It did look good against these rocks, but I'm loving the autumn colours just scattered about. It does look quite nice. My settings for this are I'm shooting at f16 because I don't want to focus stack today, so I'm just shooting f16. I'm focusing on the rock pretty much there. Just get focus. It's giving me a 1 second exposure, or just under, and it looks quite nice. It does remind me of a face, this, something like a monkey's face. You've got two eyes, a nose and a mouth. I don't know if you see it or not, but try to look for shapes and faces with woodland. There are faces in trees. Try and look for them if you can. They always look good. So I've just found a little composition. I'm loving the green moss at the bottom of this tree, and there is a big root. I'll just bring it up to the camera. I'm liking the root that's coming up on the diagonal from the bottom left up to the tree. We have got a little bit of fog in the background, but I'm loving the oranges and the bright green there. So I will take this shot. I'm going to focus literally just on the bottom of the roots. My settings again are f16. I want to expose one stop, just to take some of the brightness away. And it's giving me a 1 second exposure, and there's the shot. Beautiful colours still, absolutely beautiful colours. The oranges now, because all the leaves out of the oak trees are all dropping off. The carpet on the floor looks absolutely beautiful. It's just a mix of orange, yellow and reds, and with all the fog and the dampness that we've had, the green on the moss on the trees are coming out absolutely stunning. I'm going to carry on walking, and I'll see you at the next location. So I'm just walking over into these little woods up here. I've come across this beautiful gnarly little fence. Just look at this. I'm setting up, and I'm going to use this as a leading line, leading off into the trees, into the distance there. It's got little few oaks and a few silver birch. I'm loving the bright orange with the dead bracken. There's lovely bits of green, but I'm absolutely loving this old gnarly fence. It looks incredible. I'll just set the camera up and I'll talk you through the shot. So here's a shot that I'm going to take next. I do love this fence. I'm loving the big green mound, bright green, that's just over the fence. I may try another shot just a little bit closer to the fence, or maybe just from the other side in a minute, to incorporate that. But I love the way I've got the fence now just coming in from the bottom right up to the centre of the frame, which leads you off into the trees and into the fog. Some beautiful oranges in here as well. The shot is going to be just quite simple shot. The composition is quite simple. I am underexposed just a little tiny bit, probably 0.7 of a stop. I'm going to focus just on the end of the fence in there. I'm at f16 again, just because I'm feeling a bit lazy to focus stack, and I don't want all the work in Lightroom. So I'm using f16 today. My ISO is 100, and I'm just taking whatever shutter speed comes along at that, which at the moment is 1/4 of a second. But it looks absolutely stunning. Let's get the shot. Look at that. Love this fence, absolutely beautiful. Right now I'm doing this little bit here, and time to move on. I've lost the path coming out. Typical. Just barged through everywhere. It is beautiful over here. I say, you've probably seen previous videos when I've been to Habberley Valley. There's a beautiful cafe here. I will be popping in when I've got my photos. Have a cup of tea and say hello to Wendy and Steve. Again, if you do come over here, pop in, say hello. It is such a beautiful place. Right, time to negotiate the style, so I'm now going to put everything down. Catch you shortly. Loving these mushrooms, the big fungus. Some lovely green moss coming on it now. It looks incredible. I'm going to frame up, and I've got half a frame set up, just set the camera up roughly. I will talk you through this shortly when I frame it. It looks absolutely stunning. There's a couple of people I want to wait till I've just got out the shot as well, just to save cloning them out in Photoshop. But yeah, I'll talk you through this composition when I found it shortly. So here's my next shot. I do love this twisted old silver birch. It looks fantastic. It should look nice with the fog behind, because you get that separation between everything else and the subject. You can see Betsy's running about. I'm focusing literally right there where I am. I'm shooting at f11 because this is so close, and I don't really want everything in the background in focus. I've come down to f11. I'm probably going to take another shot at f8. May even come down and do another one at f5.6 just to get a bit more separation in the background. You can, again, in Photoshop, open up a layer and use a Gaussian blur just to blur out the background slightly to get that better separation. It's either that, or you can do it in camera and just literally open the aperture up and get a shallower depth of field. But what I'm doing, I'm starting off with the left hand corner, or the right hand corner, and this tree branch is following the diagonal from bottom right to top left. And again, I'm using the diagonals to help frame the shot up. I may just do another shot, just move around a little bit more. In fact, I think that looks a little bit better. Just so there's a little bit more breathing room there. We're still on the diagonal. And I'll get this shot now. I'm going to do a couple of exposures, different apertures. And I'll see which I like best when I get on my laptop in Photoshop. Just found this. I was just looking at the tree against the fog in the background, and I've walked up close to try and find a foreground, and I've come across this beautiful little fern with some cobwebs on, and the clump of fern in front. And I will just show you the composition now. It looks absolutely incredible, this does. I am literally just focusing on the fern, and I'm going to shoot f16 and I will show you the shot. There's the shot. Let me just come out of this. As you can see the trees in the background as well with the fog. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drop down to f8 and then I'm going to do another one at f6.3, just to try and get the background just separated a little bit more. And again, what I like to do, let's get Betsy out. Betsy, come here, is shoot at different apertures to get a different depth of field. Again, I think you can just see a bit too much of the tree, so I'm now going to come down to f5.6. And the background is just blurring out now. What I love is I'm getting the full separation of the little fern with a little cobweb on it. You may not pick the cobweb up on the photograph, but it does look stunning, this. I'm now going to alter my composition and try and find something to get this tree against the grey skyline now. It does look incredible. So I've now just moved a little bit closer to this big tree, this silver birch. I am just going to set this up flat in the middle of the screen, just filling the frame up. It does look great against the grey sky. I think it'll look brilliant as a black and white photograph. Normally when I'm going to do a black and white, I will set the camera up for black and white. But for this, I'm just going to shoot it in colour and I'll just convert it in Photoshop, I think. It looks absolutely beautiful. Walk down. I'm heading back down towards the calf now. But I've just seen another beautiful little silver birch with green on. Just turn around. They've got a single stump coming up, then another one. That's a diagonal, and I love diagonals, as you know. So I think I'm going to set up and try and catch this now. Let me just walk over, I've just seen this as well. Let me just walk over here. Here's the kissing tree. If nobody's ever seen the kissing tree, it's Habberley Valley. There it is. And I've now just seen this little oak. Just look at the green moss on that. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to get off the GoPro, I'm going to get a couple of shots here. I've done the kissing tree loads of times. I might take one now, probably won't. It is on another video that I did. woodland photography. Check it out on there. But yeah, I'm going to line up now and try and get these couple of silver birch with the green moss on, and then head down for a cup of tea. Catch you shortly. Again, although it's not quite on the diagonal fully, I am liking the way it starts off in the top left hand corner and comes down to the middle. I've got this second one on the right hand line of the rule of thirds. It does look pretty nice. I'm loving the green moss on the bottom. And again, what I shall do with this is a little bit of dodge and burn, just to brighten up and highlight that green moss, and the little bits of white in the silver birch. But yeah, it looks amazing against the foggy background. I love it. Look at this beautiful path. Absolutely stunning. Don't know if it's going to show up that well on a photograph. Not all scenes that you see with your eyes, because you're seeing 3D, it looks incredible. On a photograph, you do need this fog to help get that separation, to make it look certain subjects to stand out. I mean, the subjects for this are these two trees on the left and the tree on the right. I will just show you the composition that I've set up. It's just looking through the path. I am focusing on the tree on the right. I've placed that in the right hand rule of thirds. The two trees to the left are right on the line for the rule of thirds on the left hand side, and the path running through the centre, maybe from the bottom left through and through the centre. It does look stunning. All I'm going to do is shoot at f16, focus on the tree on the right, and that will be the shot. It looks incredible though. There's I've put links in the description below to all the gear that I use, the Canon camera, any filters that I use, stuff like that. If you're interested in the gear, just check out the description below. There's links to everything that I do use. If you like the video, if you like a particular image that I've took today, leave me a comment below. If there's anything you want to see in future, again, drop me a comment below, and we'll try and sort something out. I'm now going to have a walk off to the cafe because I'm freezing. I need a drink, and say hello to Steve and Wendy. So yeah, join me at the cafe. Just had a cup of tea with Wendy and Steve. Lovely place. If you do come over Habberley Valley, you must pop in and say hello and get a cuppa. £1.50 for a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate. You can't go wrong really. I'm going to head home now, get some dinner. I'm absolutely froze. I've been over here nearly 3 hours now, so the fog is lifting, so I think it is time to go. I think I've got some nice shots. It's been a lovely day. Betsy's having fun. She's just been begging everybody's treats at the cafe, so I'm expecting to be sick in the car. She's had loads. She doesn't need feeding now for probably a week. Anyway, if you like the video, as always, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Big thanks to everybody who is subscribing. It really is much appreciated by me and Betsy, and it is helping the channel to grow. I should put the photos on now, and until next time, take it easy.